Good evening, and I'm back again, but yeah, we got the 76th edition of the College Show with Jeffrey and myself taking your calls tonight, discussing the final score predictions of Alabama Hofstra and how far can Alabama men's basketball go at this year's edition of the 2026 NCAA tourney. And let me tell you something, folks, you're going to be in for a wild ride, as it's going to be a good time for a long time, all right here. The call-in link is in the link down below, so in the chat, so come on in, give us a call. And we've got a lot of roll tide from Nicholas Hart at 3704. How you doing tonight, good buddy? Okay, the Diesel Freak giving out a roll, Buckeyes roll. Ken the Bama fan giving out a roll tide. Then we give a roll tide roll right back to Ken the Bama fan. Jeffrey, how you doing tonight, good buddy?
I'm doing all right, Jackson. Definitely as we get to our major topic of discussion for the show with Alabama basketball and the question of how far they'll go. My answer is at least hopefully it's longer than what certain team did tonight. Got to make free throws, man. If you're Alabama, PSA announcement, you got to make your free throws. Make your free throws. Alabama usually is a good free throw shooting team. I know Sherelle can miss sometimes, but when you don't make your free throws, man, it's like the other night. You remember Howard when Howard played UMBC? Howard almost blew that game. And you know a big reason why they almost blew that game? They missed several 1-and-1s. And that is your problem. You cannot miss free throws. You're leaving points on the table. And definitely disappointed in the Tar Heels, who not only blew a 19-point lead, couldn't even inbound the ball half the time, kept turning it over, and then missing free throws. It's disappointing, but that's March. You know, congratulations to our good friend Will's VCU Rams. It was a good win for VCU. But yeah, just majorly disappointing for North Carolina and not even being able to make free throws. Like that's just sad. It is what it is. But yeah, definitely with Alabama though, just they have to move on from the Holloway situation. I mean, I have not gotten any more reporting from that. I don't know what's going on with that currently, but assuming without him, they're gonna have to move past that and play their game, because they got good enough players still. They got good enough players. We know the talent is there, and we know that typically Nate Oates, he always has them ready to play this time of year, and they do usually
not getting overly reliant on the three. Make sure
you have to be balanced.
Like, make sure you're rebounding, you're crashing the board for offensive and defensive rebounds. And while we're at it, don't put yourself in a position where you're trailing. Don't sit, because I mean, look, Alabama did just fine against Auburn like first time they played, right? They had a little comeback against Auburn, and they came back against Tennessee when they beat Tennessee, right? Alabama's been notorious for comeback victories this season.
Mm-hmm.
But that bit them in the rear against Ole Miss in the SEC tournament. And, I don't believe it's going to be happening again on Friday. I believe Alabama's going to win tomorrow night. I mean, tomorrow afternoon, my bad. I'm so used to saying tomorrow night. But tomorrow afternoon, they should beat Hofstra, but I'll give out my score prediction later on. But we've got our first caller tonight. He is a famous YouTube member, and he's a wild man from far away, but he's awesome. He is one of our go-to guys, the one and only himself, the godfather of the SEC. Y'all give a round of applause. There you go. How you doing tonight, good buddy?
Holloway has been officially removed from the campus of the University of Alabama. He's gone. He's a goner. He'll never be back. He might play.
Like the news reports on Holloway, they made it seem like he was doing ugly stuff, and I'm like, so you're telling me he got busted for smoking a joint? I mean,
well, I don't know. I don't know if we know the full story with that though, because I mean, you look at the reports, and it's like they said there was, again, this is paraphrasing, so, but they said in the report that there was like a narcotic search or something, and they, I guess found that. I mean, the question, I mean, was he Was he using it or was he selling it? You know, I don't know. There's a lot involved. I don't know. I don't know the full story. Don't know. And I think it's bizarre that he got removed from campus, like Godfather said. But does that mean he's officially removed from the team? Is it over, or is he have a shot to return? I mean, because Brandon Miller, you know, that whole situation happened, and he remained with the team, and that, you know, I know he didn't, you know, like, yeah, you know, the other person did, but you know, it's just. People remember the story. You know, it's just, you know what I mean? Like, Alabama has had some incidences in the past with Nate Oates' squads, with the Bediako thing and the Brandon Miller thing that did not look great. And, you know, Bediako just got removed, but it didn't prevent us from making the tournament. And then when you talk about Miller, he didn't get kicked off the team. They kept him on the team, which was very questionable at that time, people thought. To your point, Jackson, again, you know, if it was just him possessing, doing whatever, a little bit, you know, I don't know how he's removed from campus and from the team. But again, how much is it? How bad is it? Is there other things involved? Is he going to be able to come? Again, we don't know. There's a lot of questions there. We kind of touched on this the other night, but I don't believe we have any more info. And until we have any more info, there's just it's a bad situation. And
they're gonna release it. They're gonna release the info on a slow news day. That's what's gonna happen. They're gonna release the info on a slow news day. That's what's gonna happen with this whole Holloway situation. They're not gonna do it on like the day of a Sweet 16 game.
Oh, like Tom Brady did when he completely blew up March Madness that year with his announcement.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
You remember that? I'll never forget watching the March Madness reveal show, and it's like, breaking news, Tom Brady. I'm like, come on, man. All right.
I mean, it's like Tom Brady's in his 40s. He's retired.
I'm like, get out of here, man. Like, come on.
Man, it's wild. Oh, man. Godfather, what were you thinking about all this mess? And matter of fact, how you feeling about Alabama Hofstra tomorrow afternoon on True TV?
Only time people watch that.
Yeah, I've got ex-brother-in-law worse than them.
I'm old enough to remember Arizona where it had like cop videos and all that. Like, that was awesome. Like, it brings back memories, man.
He says he's gone. My ex-brother-in-law works in the building there. I mean, he's over all the fields, maintenance, and all that stuff. And he told me they found over a pound of marijuana. Probably some, I'm not going to say what else. They can release that. The pound of marijuana has done been released, so that's not secret. The rest of it, I'll leave that up to University of Alabama. But yeah, he's totally off the campus. That's no joke. I don't know what the situation is, if he's going to come back. Like me and Jackson was talking about the other night or other day, we was talking about it on the phone. He's got another year. Is that correct? Isn't that correct, Jackson? Another year?
He right now he's a junior dog, but next year he's gonna be a senior dog.
Yeah, he has another year. Yeah.
Well, he might play for someone else. So, you know, the way basketball's changed, just like, you know, it ain't changed as drastic as football has, but it's changed. So, and he might be back at Alabama. Nate Oates has had 2 or 3, like Jeffrey said. This has been 2 sort of nasty incidents. You know, he can't babysit those guys. I mean, you know, they're men. They're not grown. You can't say they're not grown men. They are. I mean, they're just younger than I am. But you do a lot of stupid things when you're young. I mean, sometimes you can't get some of those tattoos off of you. I mean, I don't know. You know, we've all done it. But, you know, I don't know. I hope he gets it straightened out, you know, and he was a good basketball player. In my opinion, Alabama sure needs him, but they don't have him. So somebody's got to step up. I hope Alabama's not cold. You know, sometimes these basketball teams, kind of like football, you think the layover is kind of good. Kind of, I believe that's what happened to Florida in the SEC tournament. If they'd have kept going and hadn't have a layover, Florida probably would have won the tournament, more than likely. But it didn't happen that way. Of course, I called Arkansas to win it, and we both watched Arkansas and Alabama play. Arkansas can run the court. They can run the hell out of the court. I mean, it was just their day. I mean, I don't know. They won another one, so they're on to round 2. So we'll see what happens. And I hope Alabama can pull it off. What's the spread tomorrow? 11?
11 and a half. Trevion and I covered that earlier tonight. The spread is 11 and a half favorite, but honestly, I would prefer the spread to be a little bit smaller, like, I don't know, 6.5. That would be like the right amount. You know,
honestly, I mean, psychologically, I get like on your perspective there of it being, for bettors, trying to figure out the over and the under. You want that to be more 50-50 because to your point, it feels like with an 11.5, a lot of people are going to bet Hofstra to cover. That would probably be a popular pick on FanDuel and other situations like that. So, I mean, I get your point there, but from a psychological standpoint, which is what I usually come from when I'm talking about it, that shouldn't matter. If you're Alabama, it doesn't matter if you're favored by 20 or 1 or you're an underdog. You gotta play well. That's the key. And you're missing 16 points. You're missing 4 assists. You're missing 3 rebounds, and you're missing Philon's, for a lack of a better, creative, term or whatever, Robin. Philon's Batman, and you've got Robin. You've got your teammate. You've got your sidekick. Holloway was a really good guard this year in the SEC. He was one of the better guards in the SEC. And yeah, he's not as good as Philon, but they played off each other very well. And, if one guy was having an off night, the other usually picked up the slack. Now it just puts a lot more pressure on Philon to have a big game, in every single game they play from here on out, hopefully multiple games. It's just if he gets in foul trouble or if he, doesn't have 25 points, then it's going to make it a lot tougher on Alabama to win. Because I know people, because I've had some people tell me, well, hey, Jeffrey, you've got Millett and you've got some of these other guys. And I'm like, yeah, but they're not Holloway. Millett averages like 6 points. He can hit some shots, but like he's not Holloway. Nobody on the court's Holloway. Everyone else collectively is going to have to pick up the slack for Alabama. Just like I said with Cale Wilson, I picked VCU to win. And I said that UNC, the only way they were going to win is if the guards were really good for North Carolina. And were the guards really good for North Carolina? They were fair. Tremble had a good game, but he missed shots. He missed free throws. So, it's just didn't get enough from Bogovac. All that being said, I compare Alabama right now to Carolina because they both lost a key player. Carolina arguably lost their best player. Alabama lost their second best player. And it's hard because these Cinderella type teams, VC is not Hofstra, but still, these lower tier schools, when they make March, you give them belief, you give them hope. That is the biggest fuel for an upset win. That they know this is their only shot, probably. Because all these big teams like, oh, we'll be there next year. We'll get there next year. Hofstra, I mean, some of these teams haven't made the tournament in 30 years. Like Santa Clara, it's their first time since Nash in 96. Like you can go 30, 40, 50 years without making the tournament. So it's like it's a big deal for these teams. And Hofstra's like, well, they don't have their second best player. We have a shot. It gives them that edge. And Alabama's got to play differently now. You haven't had a game to prepare for this. You haven't had a game to say, hey, we have been able to experiment without Holloway, see what works. No, they're just getting thrown into the tournament with no Holloway for the first time. That's going to be interesting. We don't know how it's going to turn out. Alabama could be fine. Hofstra could play horrible, or Alabama just isn't ready and isn't prepared for what Hofstra brings, and the Holloway loss is enough to get them beat. I did pick Alabama to win, with or without Holloway. I said they would win, regardless. But I'm not like confident in it. Not like I would be if we had him, and it sucks. There's nothing you can do about it. But definitely, it's a. It should make that spread, to your point. It would make more sense to have it at 6.5 than probably 11.5.
Well, Godfather, what game are you watching, by the way?
Kennesaw State and Gonzaga.
Ooh, what
2-2. 4-2 now, Kennesaw State.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Here we go. Oh.
Doing the mess around on TBS.
Oh, there we go. And we got Cade the Diesel Freak with a $1.99 super sticker. We appreciate that very much, good buddy. And no worries, we will take your call after we get done talking with Godfather, asking him his prediction for Alabama Hofstra.
Yeah, I'm I'm honest. If I was a bet man, I wouldn't do no betting tomorrow. I mean, Alabama,
Smart.
Holloway. I mean, it's. I mean, basketball's different than football. I mean, they like Jeffrey said, they played off one another very well this season. Sometimes they did look bad. I mean, that's life, I guess. I don't know.
True.
I mean, there's some good basketball teams out there. There's a lot of good basketball teams in the SEC. I like to kid around. And, some of them are, Alabama is, if they're 16-1, 17-1, rebounding, they're undefeated. They're 18-1, 17-1 with 90 points more a game. They're undefeated. Rebounding is what's killing Alabama, I think, is one of their worst.
That's what Jeffrey and I were talking about earlier tonight. Like the guy get better at the rebounds, got to crash the board on offense and defense.
And I hate to bring it up again, but another comparison to North Carolina tonight, North Carolina didn't rebound at all. They were horrible on the glass. Yeah. Absolutely horrible. And if Alabama's not good on the glass tomorrow, they're very susceptible to lose. Basketball is such a simple game when you strip it down. We think about it so, almost said a word that wasn't a word, like from a complex angle. We look at, all these different strategies and the zone and the man-to-man and the 1-3-1 defense and, getting the ball in the post or pick and roll offense or 5 out, whatever type of offense you run, and defense that you run. And we overcomplicate this thing. But when you strip basketball down, it is a very simple game. You make free throws, you rebound, you make shots, you defend, you win. I mean, you just do that better than the other team. And I know it's a lot more complex than that. I know that coaches, you got your whiteboard, and you're strategizing, you look at the film and all that. I get all that. But it's not that hard to win if you do those 4 things. And sometimes, like we always talk about it, but good offense beats good defense. I've watched games where the team that lost played way better defense than the team that won, but they still lost because that other team made shots. If you're making shots, like Alabama, if they make shots tomorrow, they're fine. If Millett is 15 and he's got 5 threes and Sherrell makes his free throws and he's got 18 and 10 or whatever, they're good. They're probably fine. But if those things don't occur, they're not going to win. It's just, you got to make shots. You have to make shots. It doesn't matter how good the defense is from the other team. You got to make shots and you got to hit your free throws and you got to defend and rebound. I mean, because if you don't rebound, like you give a team 2, 3, and 4 opportunities to score, they're going to score eventually. You can't give them more chances. You can't give them more possessions. Rebounding is so important. And too many teams, like I watch so much basketball and it's like, it just seems like around half the teams in Division I college basketball do not know how to box out. And I wonder sometimes, I really watch, but it's like, is it effort? Is it lack of effort? Or do they just not know how? Because I don't know how you couldn't know how. Sometimes it has to be effort. But, I mean, literally, how many games if you just watch and the team just don't box out, and then the commentator's like, what a putback slam. And it's like, and then you rewind it, and then you look at the play, and it's like, yeah, that was a great putback slam and all that, but the only reason the dude dunked it was because nobody boxed him out. And if somebody had just boxed him out, it wouldn't have happened. So it really wasn't that awesome of a play. It's just the defense was pathetic, didn't box out. And there you go. I mean, it's as simple as that. You got to box out. The NBA, how many times in the NBA do we see players box out? Hardly ever. It's just, it's such a fundamental part of basketball that a lot of teams don't do. And I wonder if, again, is it effort? Is it just lack of knowing how? Because if it's lack of knowing how, that's horrible coaching. You got to box out. Man.
It's kind of like, that's what that reminds. I'm glad you said that, Jeffrey. It reminds me of Alabama Well, everybody's defense. They taught us years ago, turn around and look for the ball. You see these defenders, Alabama gets one pass interference penalty after the other one in these games. These guys never turn their head to see where the damn football is.
Man.
They don't, I mean, they taught us that in Pee Wee.
Mm.
And they taught us how to box out when we was little bitty kids on the basketball court. I don't know if it's just bad coaching, but they certainly not doing it.
Man.
Yeah, and it makes it worse because players are making more money now than ever before. Coaches are making more money now than ever before. It's like these are basic things that I know we're not coaches, we're fans, but if we're seeing this stuff and it's a constant problem over and over,
There you go.
oh man, that can
What's
instantly put a smile on anybody's face, man.
There you go. What's up, dog?
Oh,
What's going on? Tell him, y'all guess how old he is. How old do you think he is?
16.
You knew. See, 17.
I was gonna say 14.
He's getting old. He's I might take him he's got cataracts on both his eyes. It's about $5,000 an eye to get them done. I might take him to the vet, get his eyes done. He's getting old on me.
So cute though.
Oh man.
Big boy. All right, I'm gonna sign off while I got him. It's always good to be here on Thursday night. Y'all be safe, and I will see what Alabama does tomorrow, I guess.
Oh, for sure, man. It's always good talking to you, good buddy.
That was great. I appreciate it, Godfather.
Y'all be safe. Keep Caden straight.
We will.
We'll try.
Oh,
but yeah, I mean, Godfather's right though. I mean, again, like the interference thing. I mean, it's common knowledge. Turn around, and then you just don't see him do it. Because I mean, early in Saban's tenure, I mean, Alabama was so disciplined. You remember Alabama would be one of those least penalized teams every year, and then toward the end of his tenure, that creeped up, and now under DeBoer, they get penalized all the time. So I don't know.
And for the first time in the history of the Alabama Call-In Show, we're doing a little something different. So instead of just doing the call-in from the call-in link on StreamYard, we're doing a little call-in. We're having a caller call in from Ats. You know him. You get a big laugh out of him. Caden the Diesel Freak. You got 5 minutes, man. How you doing tonight, good buddy?
What do you expect, Jackson? You know I had to show up tonight.
It's always easy to be able to come on, man. You're not banned.
Not on air, man.
Well, first of all, Mark Rogers is a moron, first of all. Second of all, Jackson, I hope you like my 316-day present I sent you.
Your what?
The 316-day video? Did you not see the video I sent you on 316 days?
Oh yeah, I saw a little bit of that on X.
You're going to rewatch it because it took me some good effort to do that video for you. So
nice.
You're going to have to rewatch it.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it.
But I'm going to just say this to you, Jackson. Today's also a very special day, March 19th, 2014. It was nearly almost 12 to 14 years ago, a very special day, that this very special day happened to yours truly when he was 13 years old. And I had to pull out a special artifact for this day. And I had to go deep in my closet that I found the old hat I got from somebody very special that this hat. This hat has a good memory for me.
Oh,
and I'm going to have to put it on. And no, it's not an Ohio State hat. It's a Case IH hat. If you want to hear. But March 19th, 2014, I was 13 years old, and that was the first ever corn I have ever planted in my life.
Oh, wow.
It was with my buddy's grandpa's Case IH 335 Magnum and 2150 16-row early riser planter with that tractor. He later switched the planter that year to a 24-row the next year, but he kept the same tractor. But this hat, I've had this since 2012 from the old dealership, the old Case IH dealership, and I still have it. So, a little special memory.
Nice.
And I ran the grain cart that same fall. I got to skip school just to run the grain cart. And I ran it all day. early in the morning till about 10:30 that night.
Oh, there you go, man.
So March 19th is a very special day. I call it Diesel Freak night 319. Like 319.
There you go, man.
Red 19. But unfortunately, this also comes with a side effect of bad news. Hey, Jackson, have you been checking your watch lately?
Not lately. No, what's up?
Hey, Jackson, Jeffrey, did I tell you what's coming soon that you guys never thought was going to happen? But yeah, I've said dozens of times it's going to happen.
You said Ohio State was going to win it all, and they lost in the first round.
Not that, Jeffrey, not that. I mentioned about this certain, well, I'll just say Alabama's Armageddon clock is ticking away, and I'm patiently waiting every second for that clock to hit 0. And you're probably wondering, wait, Alabama has an Armageddon clock? Yeah.
This is a new one.
Well, you should know Alabama plays Ohio State next year, so I'm counting down the days and the hours and the minutes until it's 0. And 0, well, means that we all beat your carcasses. And
well, if you pick Ohio State, which we know that you will, we have a good chance because you get it wrong a lot, man.
Excuse me, Jeffrey. You know you're walking. Oh, Alabama's going to be walking in to hell's prison. The Ohio State Buckeyes home. The horse at the prison of the Big Ten.
Hell's prison.
No one's escaped from the prison of the Big Ten.
I love it.
Is that another Gordon Ramsay show?
No, Hell's Kitchen is a Gordon Ramsay show.
I know, that's a joke. It's a joke.
Prison is the Ohio Stadium. Because that's where every single game that came into the horseshoe got the heck beaten out of them. And Alabama is going to be the first one of the SEC to come into our own house.
I thought Hell's Prison was Oakland, California, to be honest. I mean, that's why the Raiders left, and that's why the Athletics left.
Well, this is the Hell's Prison of college football, because when you come to the horseshoe, we are beating the crap out of you, and we ain't going to stop until y'all are taken into an ambulance and left and body back to the hospital.
I mean, Michigan did win, and
as far as you're concerned, Jeffrey Jackson, if Jeffrey can keep his mouth shut, but I'm going to tell you what, you boys that are keeping an eye on that clock, because once it hits 0, I guarantee you, when y'all take the worst whipping of Alabama's career, and let alone their college program, and let alone it's going to be at a place they've never played at. And I know Godfather, and I know Jeffrey, you will be crying after that game after we beat y'all by double digits. No questions asked. And I'll be the one, and by then we'll be national champions once again. And I'll have 10 national. I'll be watching the Buckeyes winning a 10th, and then 11th, and then 12th national championship, 13 possibly. But you never know how many championships we could win with our new offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, because I'm feeling that
every year you have a new offensive and defensive coordinator, so.
Excuse me, Jeffrey. Listen, you may be the Alabama fans who've got 6 national championships in your lifetime, and that's if it was the opposite. If I had 6 national championships, actually 8 national championships in my lifetime. That I got
if you did, you'd be the most unbearable person on the planet.
Hey, you know
so
what?
Thank goodness that's not the case.
Would look good on me, and the rings would look good on my fingers.
Dude, you don't have any rings, man. You don't have any rings.
Hey, I'm just saying, Jeffrey. I'm just saying. It would look good. What? 02, 06, 07, 08, 11, 14, 12, and 24. And then, well, obviously the one Indiana won should have been ours. That's because that's our crown. That's our gold. And then obviously...
Dude, you lost to Miami. I mean,
come on. Who would not like to see one of the greatest college football teams of all time win the national championship like that? Consistently. Between 3 great head coaches, Oh yeah, I take that. And then the 22 we win in 22 against Georgia. The losses against Clemson, well, we would win those too. And then the win against you guys to go play Clemson or LSU. That I would say that would have been sweet. But,
so what I'm taking from this is that every game Ohio State loses, in your opinion, they should have won.
But this also comes with some spoiler news for you boys. Alabama is not winning another national championship in Godfather's lifetime or your lifetime. Or, I'm going to say this honestly, either your kids' lifetime or your wife's lifetime. Just to be completely fair. See, I'm going to be the one that's witnessing all the national championships coming our way. Our way to Buckeye Country, because that's where the championships belong. Is Buckeye Country. And as far as the Crimson Tide, yeah, y'all are owning March Madness, blah, 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 the World Series, blah, 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 blah. No one gives a damn. Everybody is giving an absolute crap because the former national champions of college football are returning and will return and will become 10-time undisputed national champions. Heck, 11-time national champions, 12-time national championships. I could go on how many national championships we could win. And heck, if Marcus Freeman leaves Notre Dame, because that's a junk pile of, well, worthless crap, and their fan base is just stupid. Heck, we could win more. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 national 20-time national champions. Have more championships than y'all, Yale, and Harvard both combined.
You just lost to TCU in the first round, dude.
Yeah.
I'm talking college football national championships.
All right, Kate. Anything else you got for us tonight before we get to our next caller?
Well, to the next callers, you've been put on notice, and Jeffrey Jackson have been put on notice by yours truly, the most hated OSU fan in the freaking building. And Jackson, I'll leave you with a nice little present. Well, it won't be nice for you, Jeffrey, and everybody else, but roll, Buckeyes, roll, and torch the freaking tide, baby. Torch the tide, because that time is coming for the tide to get torched, because it's coming. Armageddon's close coming, boys. So be ready for Armageddon in the horseshoe.
All right, Kate. Well, you have a good night, sleep well, and thanks again for the call, man.
Roll, Buckeyes, roll, baby.
All right, that was quite an experience, wasn't it, Jeffrey?
Yeah.
Like first time we get a call like not on StreamYard, like that's pretty interesting.
Yeah. I mean, it's not bad, man. I mean,
it's a college show. So there we go. And while we were getting the call, we got a $9.99 super sticker from Godfather the SEC saying #1 fan. Well, we thank you very much, Godfather, for that $9.99 super sticker. We appreciate it very much, good buddy.
Appreciate it a lot.
Oh, and Stephen Cherry's giving us a ringing endorsement where we should replace Jalen Rose, Bruce Pearl. I wouldn't go that far on me, but Jeffrey replacing Bruce Pearl, absolutely.
I appreciate that, man. I mean,
well,
I praise from you, Steven, and we appreciate it a lot. And you too, Jackson. I don't know about that. I do know that I would have been a little more favorable to Miami, Ohio, though.
Well, Bruce Pearl's a dumbass. You aren't. So
again, I appreciate it.
There you go. Oh man, just like kind of like looking like while we wait for the next caller, because calling link is in the chat for anybody who wants to call in tonight. Just kind of like looking at the game, you know, and I might have missed the Tuesday night. I probably missed the number prediction Tuesday night because I was like, okay, I'm looking at this, I'm looking at that. What did you think? What What did you and Austin think about with Alabama Hofstra? Like, what was the prediction for that exactly from you guys?
The funny thing about it is I don't even remember because I made a prediction for every game. So it was like 32 plus games of scores, and I don't remember what I said. I do believe I had it being closer than 11.5. I'd have to pull it up. I'd have to find it somewhere in that 2.5 hour stream. But I think I said something in the ballpark of Alabama winning by like 6 or 7, or not the horrible joke that everybody will never let die, but a 6 or 7 point win. Yeah, I don't remember what I said. I don't want to make up another number and then it contradicts what I said before.
Nah.
I should write them down, man. That's a lot. That's a lot of stuff to write down. I kind of was just doing them on the fly.
We gotta get you a secretary, man. Like, we gotta get you a secretary.
Yeah. So I mean, I definitely had Alabama winning by less than 10. I know. I'm pretty sure about that. I just can't in my heart pick them to lose because I think they'll win regardless. But I am more worried about the game than I would have been if Holloway was in. I picked VCU, and I had a lot of people that were like, "Are you serious? You're picking VCU?" Because I mean,
You weren't wrong.
you know, when you like a team a lot, you know, it's hard to pick against them. I really try not to have bias. I try. It is hard sometimes, but you know. It's like Indiana. I picked Indiana to lose in football against Oregon last year in the first game because I was like, you know what, I'm not going to be biased. It's odds and they'll lose. Then they won. It was like, okay.
Oh man, when I was doing like the Big Ten rankings for during the season, like over like the next several weeks, like after that Indiana Oregon game, I was like, okay, Indiana's gonna win the Big Ten. I was like, oh, like before then, I was like, I'm thinking like Indiana will either be good enough to go to the Big Ten title game or they'll get into playoffs. But either way, I don't know if they'll get through Oregon at Ott State. But then the moment they did that, I was like, okay, they're gonna win the Big Ten. And I remember like Gabe from the Rutgers channel, shout out to Gabriel Pickup, who was like he's like our version of Shams here at the Voice College Football Network because he brings out amazing content for the NBA for NBA trades and rumors. Check out his website, of course. But he was like asking me, "Are you sure you want to put Indiana ahead of Ohio State? You go get Ohio State to match it." I was like, "Look, they're my rankings, right? I gotta get a feeling Indiana's number one. I mean, if you can go down the Autzen Stadium and beat the Oregon Donald Ducks, then surely you can beat Ohio State at the Big Ten title game." And basically show everybody in college football what you're made of. I mean, do I give Indiana crap about like the Cray non-con schedules? A little bit. I mean, I didn't give him crap 2024 because I mean, it's like you're not a blue blood, so I'm not going to give you crap about it. But you're pretty much becoming a nearer blue blood at this point with Cincinnati because you're winning. So it's like I will give you a little more crap, not a whole lot.
I think that it's a little bit excusable because of a 9-game conference slate. If it was still 8, then if they were playing 4 games of nothing, then that would be horrible. But since it's 9 conference games, I mean, they probably should play something of substance in the non-conference still. I agree, but at the same time, I mean, does it really benefit you? No. Because, I mean, if you're playing in the Big Ten or the SEC, 9 conference games against good competition, unless you have Texas A&M schedule somehow, which, like I said, I've talked about this before, but I still just laugh so hard that everybody was calling for expansion. We got to expand the conferences. Well, now you've got these scenarios where Texas A&M, their schedule was just garbage last year. Absolute garbage. And they got exposed. They were not good. They were not a top 5 to 8 team like a lot of people thought they were. Their schedule was very easy. If they had had a tough schedule, they probably would have gone 8-4. So yeah, definitely the schedules are highly uneven now. But I mean, Indiana's schedule last year was a lot more competent than 24 because I mean they had Illinois. That win at home. They had the Oregon win on the road. They beat Penn State on the road. They beat Ohio State, obviously, in the Big Ten championship game. They had some good wins in there.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was their schedule in Iowa. Iowa was solid. So they had a lot more on their resume than the year before.
Yeah.
Their schedule wasn't even bad. Like, they had a better strength of schedule than Notre Dame. They had a better strength of schedule than a lot of the teams that were in the playoffs. So, to your point, yeah, if Indiana keeps winning at a high level with Spaghetti, maybe they should put, a tougher non-conference game in there. But the thing is so many teams are rapidly going away from it. They why do they want to play them? I mean, like the SEC going to 9 now. The SEC's going to 9 conference games. It's like, oh well, we're gonna have the 10th game be a tough game, but it's like, still, how tough? Because what do the SEC and the Big Ten want to do? They want to get as many teams into bowl games. They want to get as many teams into the playoffs as possible because it's more money. And if you're playing tough games and you lose, then you're missing opportunity to make more money. It's just it sucks. Unfortunately, that money is driving thinking. It's always been that way. It's just now that money is affecting the sport at its very core, and it's breaking apart all the old traditions of rivalries and conferences and being the way they were. And just it sucks. But there's nothing we can do about it. It is what it is. Until they did. You got the round table. You had the Knights of the Round Table, all the big college names getting together and talking about it. But I don't know if they know what to do. I don't know if they really know what to do.
Their problem is that they don't have either of us in that room. And I'll tell you, one first thing is I would be like, hey, we gotta like realign everybody, but just kind of put everybody in their perfect little space.
Yeah, we got to realign the realignment.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, that is not right. Not seeing Pitt not being able to play West Virginia and Pittsburgh every year. That's not right. Not being able to see
West Virginia should play Virginia Tech
and Maryland and Pittsburgh. So there we go.
Play them all.
Yep. So it's like,
what's that one at Cincinnati and Pittsburgh? Isn't that the Keg of Nails or something?
No, Cincinnati.
What's the Keg of Nails? Cincinnati, Louisville. All right, that's close. Yeah.
Yep.
Is Cincinnati Pitt? Is that one, or is it that's not one? It's Cincinnati Louisville. Keg of Nails. Yeah.
Well, Pennsylvania and Ohio border one another, but like the only games I could really remember from that were 2009, where Sean McDonough threw out his puberty voice over Armani Banks getting the game-winning touchdown from Tony Pike on December 5th of 2009 on ABC. And there's like 2012 game that was on Thursday Night Football for week 2. And 2023 was a comeback victory, I believe, from Cincinnati on the CW, and that was in week 2. So that was on September 9th of 2023.
But West Virginia, Virginia Tech, that's the Black Diamond Trophy.
Yep.
I know a lot of them. I mean, I don't study it as hard as some people. I don't look at it frequently, but I remember them. I remember a lot of them. I know one of them in the MAC's like the Wagon Wheel. It's like Akron and Kent State or something. It's like the Wagon Wheel. I mean, there's a lot of them or something. Is it Akron and Kent State? Is that the Wagon Wheel?
I think that's what it is. Yeah.
I mean, look. It's just funny to me. I'm trying to remember. Akron Kent State rivalry. What is that? Is that the Wagon Wheel? Oh yeah, let's go. Yeah. No, simply the Wagon Wheel. It was the blue and gold Wagon Wheel. Now it's the Wagon Wheel. See, look at that. Akron and Kent State. I don't know nothing about Akron and Kent State hardly as universities. But
Kent State, Mart's alma mater.
Yeah. I just knew it was the Wagon Wheel, man. Some of those rivalry trophies and names are just classic. You got Iowa and Minnesota's the Floyd of Rosedale. So that's another one.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Minnesota, Wisconsin's Paul Bunyan's axe. I mean, I know a lot of them. I mean, it's interesting. But I mean, the point is like that's what college football is all about. And you strip that away when you just, we might get the ball sack now. That's cool. But I mean, it's just that's not enough to make it better for all what you've torn apart. You've ruined Bedlam. You've ruined all these games. But we got the ball sack now.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, it's like if you're gonna take Georgia Tech, Florida State, Miami, and Clemson out of the ACC, put them in the SEC, and trade Missouri to the Big 12, and in return you get Oklahoma State. That way you get the Bedlam rivalry back on rivalry week, and you get Kansas, Missouri back on rivalry week every year like you're supposed to. So
Yeah, I
it's
mean,
like,
I'm in agreement with you, man. I want all that stuff to occur, man. But yeah, it would be funny though. Thinking if we were at the round table with all those guys, it'd be like me. I'd be saying, "Oh, I want all the conferences to go back to the way they were in the '90s." And they're like, "You weren't even alive in the '90s. Why do you want that?" Because it was better. You know what I mean? Like I didn't have to be there. I didn't have to be there physically in the flesh, alive, watching that to know that I want that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know for a fact that was better.
that's the
Having
beauty of
Southeast Conference
documentaries.
and the Big 8 and the Big East, all those, the Pac-10, when the Big 10 was actually the Big 10. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's got 18 teams now. It ain't the Big 10 anymore.
No.
It's almost the Big 20.
Who's excited about USC Rutgers? Literally
That
nobody.
Garbage. Yeah, it's so funny when they like forced, and is it Rutgers and Penn State or Rutgers and Maryland or like rivalries or whatever? They're not rivalries. There's nothing.
Nobody
There is no. The only Rutgers rivalry is Seton Hall in basketball. Yeah. Seton Hall. Yeah. All right, not Rutgers and Maryland and Rutgers and Penn State. It's like what was that one game? They had the Venmo rivalry series on it. And it wasn't even rivalry. Which one was that? Was it Penn State, Oregon? They had Penn State, Oregon as the Venmo Big Ten rivalries. How is Oregon and Penn State a rivalry game?
It's not.
Are you serious right now? But they didn't even have that on the Ohio State Michigan game. Like, you can't even make this up. It's just that's fake, man. That's garbage. You're making these fake rivalries like Iowa, Nebraska. Okay, yeah, that wasn't a rivalry because Nebraska Big 12, Iowa Big 10, but now they're in the same league. They're right next to each other,
and they border one another. So there you go.
Okay, well, let's make that a little rivalry game. That's cool, but definitely Penn State and Oregon, that ain't a rivalry.
No,
it ain't ever going to be a rivalry. You
Oregon
all day long and make it, put it into the lexicon of college football where all these younger college football fans are going to watch Penn State and Oregon and be like, that's a rivalry game right there. You can do that, but that ain't a rivalry game.
No.
It's not. All right? It's not. USC, Notre Dame. Notre Dame's an outlier because them being an independent, they have all these rivalries all over the place. All right, they got all these rivalries with all these teams all over the country that played them all the time, and it built that. Penn State and Oregon, no, it's just there is nothing fundamentally. There's nothing there.
No,
there's no rivalry to be had, and I just like that. The round table should be talking about that. That's the type of stuff we should be talking about.
Like the Notre Dame USC rivalries, like been there since. Before the stock market crash of 1929, like it's been there since the late 20s. Like the wives of Howard Jones and Newt Rottney brought their husbands together and made the Notre Dame USC rivalry. I mean, they are crying in tears in their graves over that game being taken away. They are crying in tears. And I guarantee you their aunts, their great grandchildren are like, what the hell happened? They gotta be. I mean, they gotta be somewhere out there and wherever they're living, just being like, what did we come to this? What happened? But that is another time for another day for sure. But oh man, 100% Stephen Che, bring back the Southwest Conference. Kind of do a little bate chocolate with the Southwest Conference and do the Big 8. Just kind of like call that the Big 16. Now that would be great right there.
Yeah, Nebraska had rivalries in the Big 12. They had Oklahoma, Colorado. I mean, like there were rivalries, like it's just, I mean, you had Illinois, Missouri. That was a thing. What's the other one? Is it Iowa State, Kansas State?
Farmageddon.
All these are all of those, are rivalry games. Those are real rivalry games. You cannot fake and force rivalry games, and rivalry games can be created. Like I said, Nebraska, Iowa, it kind of works. It works. They historically have nothing there, but now they do, and it works. I mean, whatever. Alabama, LSU, especially with the Saban ties. Okay, I'm not saying they can't be created now. They can, but you can't force them. A rivalry game has to be, like Indiana, Kentucky was a massive rivalry game in football and basketball for the longest time until John Calipari completely killed it off in 2011. Mm-hmm. And then in football, they just stopped playing it in the 2000s and they retired the Bourbon Barrel Trophy. Whatever. So is Indiana, Kentucky still a rivalry? Not really. Basketball maybe has a shot to regain that since they returned the series. And if Indiana can actually ever get good enough to beat them, then maybe. But, I mean, it's kind of like the whole point of blue blood status. Can you lose blue blood status? Can a rivalry game lose? Yeah, I think it can. I especially when it comes to rivalry games. Like, if Indiana, Kentucky never played again, then it's not a rivalry game anymore. That's the whole point of a rivalry game, is that you play each other all the time and you don't like each other. And the games are good and they're competitive. So if you stop playing, it's not a rivalry anymore. If your program blows for a long, long time, then it's not really Indiana basketball. If they do not get back to winning in the next 5 to 10 years, then you cannot logistically call them a blue blood. They're a blue blood, but they suck. They are horrible. They've got some of the best. They got some of the most fans in college basketball, and they are passionate. I can't say best because then I have about 80 billion people telling me they're not the best in the world. Indiana fans suck. So, no. But they have some of the most fans in college basketball, and they still care. They still want to win, but they're horrible. And the program's just been mismanaged over and over and over in basketball.
True.
So, in Nebraska football, they've been horrible forever. They were a blue blood. I don't like stripping blue blood status because, you can't forget history. You just can't.
No.
You can't forget it. It's like having a great company like Sears. That's like saying Sears was not a good company. Sears sucks. Sears and Kmart were terrible companies. They were trash. Well, for a lot of their history, they became what they were because they were good. Sears was great. Big company, major success. At one point, they were the most profitable company in America. And then it all declined. It fell apart, and now they're both gone. So, again, you can't forget history. But it's like if you're Nebraska football and you're Indiana basketball, you got to get back to winning sometime. If you don't win, then you can't – people don't respect you no more.
If not now, when? You're going to get to the status of where – Minnesota and Pittsburgh are at, because at one point Pittsburgh was remembered for winning in football, but nowadays people are like, who? Same thing with Minnesota. When you look at the 30s, 40s, you see Minnesota winning national titles in college football. Nowadays, when you hear that, some of you are thinking that was a thing, and that's understandable. Because it's
because everybody that was actually there and saw it are gone. You think about the only reason Indiana and Nebraska in football and basketball, respectively, are still talked about is because people were alive when they were good. There's still a significant part of the population that was alive when they were good. Indiana was good from they were good in the 40s and 50s, but that was way too long ago. But then they were good from 1971 to 2000 with Bob Knight. And then they were good for 2 years with Kelvin Sampson, then they fired him. And then Tom Crean had that one team. That's it. So people still remember it. Nebraska was great in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, and then Osborne retired, and then they were all right, and then they fell apart when they fired after Bo Pelini. They've been trash. So, but again, it's people were alive, and we've heard about it. So we remember. or at least we know. But like you go 80 years from now and they're still bad, and then no one's gonna care. It'd be the same thing. It'd be like, oh, Indiana, they're horrible. They're a football school. Oh, they won multiple natties in football. They haven't done anything in basketball. Those are archaic, whatever. Again, it's just it is what it is. Time passes. You got to keep winning, man. You have to retain elite status, and you don't retain elite status by sucking. Sears is no longer a great company. They were a great company, but 20 years from now, anybody under the age of 30 is not going to know Sears existed. They're going to be like, Sears? What's Sears? I know Sears because I was alive when they were around. I had one in my town. I remember Sears, and Kmart as well. I've been to both, but they're gone. It's just time passes and people forget. Unless you're a history fan, some people love history and they know everything about a lot of crap that happened before they were born. But unless you like history, you're not going to remember these things. And a lot of people don't. And I think that's a shame. I don't blame people for thinking history is boring. But at the same time, it's what happened before. We got to this point. Everything that happened before has led to this point. Everything that has happened before in the past is why we're all where we are now. Whether it's our family's history, whether it's our country's history, whether it's anything. And that to me is fascinating because you can't get to now without things happening back then. And that's why you like your football history. That's why you know all this stuff. And I'm like, how do you know all that, Jackson? That's the way I am with history. I remember a lot of football history, but you search and like Alabama, like the Dust Bowl, all that, the ice game, all that kind of, everything. Me, like that's the way I am with American history and like a lot of history about companies and stuff. I like that stuff because it's interesting. And me and you kind of come from the same thought processing there. And a lot of people don't do that. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that's why so many people don't know. Why are things the way they are in so many instances? Why is this team bad now? Well, you got to go back and look. You got to find out why. Because there are reasons. And it's fascinating.
Agreed. And I was talking about the other day, because it was like there was a snowstorm happening in Alabama Monday, and I was talking about this with Travion. It's like where we were talking about, it's like oh man, one of these days we'll definitely have to tell people about the snowstorm of 1993 that happened in Alabama. He's like, you think people are gonna care about that? And I say, there's always that one relative here in the state of Alabama that will go on about what happened in March of 1993 in the snowstorm and how the power was out at that time.
Yeah, it's like where I live. There was a big snowstorm in 1989, and all the older people in where I live is like, oh, the snow of 89. Well, we finally had one that basically matched it. The snow this year. It was massive. It was the most snow I've ever seen in my life. And it was awesome. I mean, it was rough. The roads were terrible, but it was cool. It was like, wow. I've never seen more than probably 4 to 5 inches of snow in my entire life, in face to face, like seeing the snow on the ground. I've seen pictures of snow. I've seen video footage of snow. I've seen other people playing feats of snow and all that, but I've never seen it. It was really cool.
One thing for sure about the state of Alabama is that 1 minute is sunny, next minute is snowy, next minute is overcast, next minute it's gonna rain, it's gonna be warm, it's gonna be cold, it's gonna be icy. This feels like the only state, well, at least for me anyway, that you're gonna feel all 4 seasons all in one day, and it's all during winter and spring and fall, except for the summer. The summer is like the only time where the weather is accurate. It's completely insane.
I can't say it's as crazy as that, but I mean, like, for example, tomorrow, like when I wake up tomorrow, it's gonna be like 30 degrees, 35 degrees, and then in the afternoon it's gonna be like 75. So it's gonna be a 40-degree temperature change in the same day. You gotta wake up wearing jeans and jackets, and then in the middle of the day you gotta wear shorts. It's like it is the weather is so bipolar in Alabama, and obviously where I'm at too, and it's crazy.
Yeah, note to self, I'm making sure I bring a big old bag with me every time I go someplace. So that way it's like I'm prepared at all times. And Stephen Cherry says both of you are much are younger than me, which proves how much I respect your sports acumen. We appreciate it,
Appreciate it a
buddy.
lot. I mean, we don't know everything at all, man. Like, there's a lot of stuff I don't know, and I know a lot of my takes can be sometimes just whatever. They're bizarre, they don't make any sense. But we definitely we have opinions, like everybody else, and we try to base it off facts. I know I try, but sometimes just basically all that being said, we appreciate it, Stephen Cherry. Appreciate it a lot, and I'm glad that you guys like watching the show. I'm glad you guys like us, hanging out with us on Thursday nights and Monday nights, because it makes the show so much better. We appreciate you guys. And I do agree that Oregon State and Washington State got abandoned, which wasn't right. And that's another thing that's sad, because you think about, again, in the future, 10, 15, 20 years from now, everybody, like younger people, are going to think Oregon State and Washington State were always little mid-majors and group of 5, group of 6.
It's like when
it's like we know what they used to be.
Yeah. It's like when TCU, Houston, SMU, and Rice got left behind, after the Southwest Conference disbanded. It's like that all over.
But some of them have finally gotten back, I mean, that's the thing.
TCU and Houston and SMU, but Rice isn't.
Can Oregon State and Washington State ever think about it. Will they ever be like TCU and SMU and Houston, where they get a second chance? Or will they be like food? Will they be like food, as Josh Pate would say about Rice, and they're just destined to suck forever? Honestly, I mean, they're not off to a good start, man. Like, now that they're not power conference teams anymore. Like, have you seen Oregon State and Washington State in basketball?
It's a crap hole. It's a crap
hole. Jonathan Smith got out of there, man, even though he got fired at Michigan State. But it's like, that was the last gasp of Oregon State anything.
Yeah. But maybe it comes back. Who knows?
Isn't it crazy to think that the last year Oregon State was good in football, they had DJU at quarterback?
Yeah, that's nuts.
That is like the most ironic thing ever.
And like DJU, like one of the 2 wins Florida State has is against Cal, and it's because they get lucky against Cal. It's not because of strong play. It's
they didn't beat anybody that year but Cal. Like, that game single-handedly, like, completely destroyed Justin Wilcox. Like, he eventually got fired for it. It never recovered.
It's nuts what's going on in Tallahassee. 100%. We've got terrible weather in Alabama. It's like, it doesn't know what wants to be. I tell you this though, I was telling my folks the other day, I get to a point where I move out of Alabama, I'm gonna make sure I find a state where it's accurate and sane for all 4 seasons.
I ain't gonna lie, that's kind of tough, man. I mean, you're only looking at like Southern California, and I mean, Florida, it rains a lot, man. It rains a lot. It is hot. Like, it is hot in Florida.
I just want something that's accurate with the weather. That's what I want. That's just
Bermuda. Bermuda is consistent weather. They're like 75 every day.
Oh, what? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think I've heard Bermuda. What I was like, did I hear that on a Mickey Mouse cartoon? No, it was Pomona that I heard it on a Mickey Mouse cartoon. We're just like sneaking Pluto into the train. So it's like,
yeah, Bermuda is a small island, man. It's like, how many miles off the coast? North Carolina. It's like 600 I think, 6 miles. Maybe it's further. I don't know. To the east. Looks like I'm going west, but. Is that east or is that? I don't know. It's like to the east somewhere. Yeah, it's I know people always talk about the Bermuda Triangle and all that kind of stuff. It's like, everybody knows Bermuda Triangle more than Bermuda, but I mean, it's definitely a good place for weather. Again, very consistent weather. Lately, though, for whatever reason, they've had several hurricanes go in their direction, though. Like, they used to never get hurricanes, but like they've had like 3 or 4 hurricanes last couple of years that have just veered right into them. So that's been problematic for them. But other than that, like, usually Bermuda, like, year round, had great weather. But yeah, so I mean, golf versus Arizona. Arizona is too hot, man. I mean, I like, if you're just wanting if you're just wanting it to never be cold, Arizona would be fine.
I don't want it to never be cold. I just want weather that's like spring weather when it's spring, summer weather when it's summer, fall weather when it's fall, and winter weather when it's winter. That's just what I want.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's Arizona. They don't really have winter. I guess maybe they do. I don't know. I don't think it gets super cold there though.
No.
At least in like Phoenix or Tucson, maybe up in Flagstaff, like in the northern part, maybe. I don't know. Hey, there's Will. There's Will in Austin there. Yeah, you got Will. I can't stop. But I know, man. I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you. But let this be a lesson to all of us when watching our favorite teams. Your team has to make free throws. You got to make your free throws. Carolina would have won the game if they had just made their free throws, but it's okay.
Hubert Davis.
It's not okay. Yeah. It's completely unacceptable, Hubert Davis.
Amen.
It's okay. And,
congratulations. Now for Hubert Davis.
The Northern Territory gets chilly. Yeah, boo. Hard boo. But, God bless
Hubert Davis.
Northern Territory gets chilly. Yeah, the northern part, because it's more like hill. It's like there's more mountains up there. So.
Oh, here we go. What's up, man?
Jeffrey, it was the Caleb Wilson injury, man. I mean, Carolina would still be in the tournament if it wasn't for that. So I'm sorry he got hurt.
And they should have won anyway. I mean, Hill was incredible. Mm-hmm. I didn't see the entire game. I saw it when the lead was starting to evaporate because I was, I was busy and I saw like they were up by like 19. So I got informed that. And I was like, oh my gosh, you're doing great. And then when I finally was able to turn the game while I was watching it, they were up like 10. And I was like, huh. And then they were only up by like 6. And I'm like, And they're only up 2. And I'm like, And then it got really dicey at the end. But I mean, as great as VCU played, and they played very good down the stretch, Carolina lost the game because they missed free throws. And it's just stupid. Vasar and Tremble.
I don't know why Vasar wasn't getting the ball every time possession, though, in overtime. He was cooking.
I had several people tell me the same thing. Get it to Vasar. But the thing that sucked is that how many shots down the stretch, not only did they miss all the free throws, Tremble and Vasar missed key free throws. North Carolina, like Vasar had that play where he kind of went up and then he went under the defender. That rimmed in and out. You had Tremble miss multiple layups. I mean, they should have won. North Carolina should have won. That is one of the key definitions of a game. Is like they should have won. Like they shot themselves. If they couldn't even inbound the ball. Like they several times can't even inbound the friggin' ball.
How did Hubert not call timeout on the last one?
I don't know.
Because he's a moron.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm frustrated.
I like Hubert because he's like a Northern Virginia guy from like 25 minutes from me, but he's not fit to be the coach of Carolina.
No.
Well, I mean, he's not gonna get fired. I'm seeing fire Hubert all around. He's not gonna get fired.
I don't know. Like the outrage.
He's not gonna get fired today. He's not or this week. I think he gets another year. I don't think he gets fired.
I don't know, man. Like 2 years ago, like it looked like Calipari was going to get a vote of confidence, but he got ran out of the door.
Well, the difference is that Kentucky fans were just done. I mean, say what you want, but Kentucky fans were done. I mean, I don't think Carolina fans are done. I mean, I live in North Carolina, so I'm on the streets here. I'm on the ground. Yeah. On the ground. And I mean, I know a lot of Carolina fans are not thrilled with Hubert Davis, but I don't think that they're yeah, he's got to go right now, or we're gonna storm the place. Like that's what Kentucky fans were doing. It was that ugly. I mean, again, I'm frustrated, but like Will said, I mean, you can't fire Hubert Davis over your best player that averaged 20 and whatever getting hurt. You can't. They're not going to fire him. And they've got great players coming next year. They're a good recruiting class. They're not going to fire him. I mean, I don't think Hubert Davis is an elite coach. No, I don't. I don't think he's an elite coach at all. I think he makes mistakes. I don't think his game planning is the best at times. I don't think that the way that they game plan in general, just the style of play that they have is fine, but it's just they don't maximize their opportunities. Kind of to your point, Vasar had the hot hand. It's yeah, he rimmed that one shot in and out late, but he should have got the ball more. And again, none of that would have even mattered if Carolina had just made free throws. And it's stupid. Like Trimble and Vasar being your two best players, and they shoot 62% at the line and 65% at the line. It's not good enough. And I'm sorry, but free throws, how many games are decided by free throws?
A lot.
So many games are. If you're not a good free throw, do not ever bet on a team to win the national championship or go on a deep run if they don't have a good free throw shooting team. Just don't. Just automatically eliminate them.
Oh yeah. And don't always bet on a team that's overly reliant on the three and really bad at rebounding.
Yeah. You got to rebound.
Carolina didn't rebound very well. I didn't see the whole game, but toward the end, their rebounding was terrible.
I think part of it a bit was effort. Like they thought they won the game, so their effort wasn't as high, and then it was hard. It's hard to flip that switch back.
That's sad. It really is sad too, because you can't give up, man. You not give up. You can't quit. Like VCU didn't give up. That would be VCU. Don't give up, and they didn't. Carolina, don't stop playing. It's like that's just dumb. Like I said, I'm happy for VCU. I'm happy for you, Will. It's a great win. And, heck, I hope they beat Illinois. Hope they beat Illinois or whoever. If Illinois.
It's going to be Illinois.
But, I hope they beat Illinois. It'd be great. It is what it is. I'm just frustrated because if Carolina had just sucked and they lost, I'd be more, mad at Carolina. But they played good for the first 30 minutes game, and then it just fell apart. And then the way they lost is just dumb. And even in overtime, they had chances. And the free throws was bothering me. It's why? Vasar and Trimble are older guys. You've been shooting free throws your entire life. Why can you not hit them, especially Trimble? Why can you not make them at an 80% rate? Trimble's not even a bad shooter. He hits threes pretty good, but he shoots 65% of the line. That's terrible. It's like Donovan Dent at UCLA. He's a good player. He's a fantastic passer. He even makes threes at a pretty good rate. 62% of the line. I just have a hard time liking – I can't say liking a player because I don't know any of them. It's just liking their skill set, liking their play when you're good at all these things, rebounding, assists, passing, shooting, all that, but you can't make free throws. That is the most fundamental thing in basketball. If you are shooting below 70% of the line, you should be in the gym doing that more than anything else. Especially if you're a guy that if you're a catch and shoot 3-point guy and you don't get fouled hardly ever, okay, maybe not. But when you're a guy like Trimble, who's a point guard that's going to drive and get to the rim, practice your free throws. Get better. And you can get better. We've seen players get better at the line. We've seen guys their freshman year shoot 60%, and then by their senior year, they shoot 85%. You can get better. I don't know why Trimble's never improved. I don't understand it.
Now, guys, do you think that with all these upsets today, will they change at all how they look at mid-majors, or with High Point winning, VCU winning? There's one more.
So.
No.
I don't think so, because how many upsets do you need? We've seen St. Peter's. We've seen Loyola Chicago. We've
Miami of
seen VCU
Ohio,
in 2011. Too. We've seen all these teams in the past win. Florida Gulf Coast, whatever, and yet they still don't respect them. I think the problem is because you have so many games that it's bound to happen. You think about the regular season. It happens. And Steven's right. It's all about that money thing again. They make less. What would have been more profitable for the NCAA tournament if Miami, Ohio made the tournament as an at-large like they did, or Indiana? Indiana made more money. Miami, Ohio fans were there, but I can guarantee you the ratings would have been higher if Indiana was in it. That's a shame, but it's facts. It's more fans. There's more money in it. It's brand. Miami, Ohio is Miami, Ohio. And, yeah, they proved to the world that they deserve to be in because they won. I ain't gonna lie though, dude. SMU was trash. Their defense was horrible. SMU was actually horrible. And then Texas, I'm seeing people talk about Texas. Oh, Texas, they beat BYU. Good for Texas.
BYU was unhealthy. Their roster has just been unhealthy
I
throughout
mean, it's
the
good for
last.
Texas. I still don't think they're any good, but whatever.
And honestly, Texas is never going to get to a Final Four as long as they have Sean Miller. If they're thinking, "Oh, we're going to get to a Final Four," over the
Maybe
next
Elite Eight, but
that's as far as you'll
You
go.
get Archie on staff, man, and they'll be guaranteed to do it then.
Oh yeah, Archie Miller, man.
You got that Elite Eight experience at Dayton that Indiana got suckered into believing.
You know what's
Yeah.
funny about Brad Brunell tomorrow night?
Did you pick Clemson or Iowa, Jackson?
I went with Iowa.
Iowa.
All right, you did go with Iowa. I couldn't remember. But what were you saying?
Well, because I was just thinking about it. So Brad Brunell got hired on April 25th of 2010. Guess what happened 18 days before then? The premiere of Adventure Time on Cartoon Network.
Yeah, regular show came out in 2010 too.
September 2010. Like, let that sink in for a moment.
Dude,
holy crap,
man. That makes me feel really old right now, and I'm not
I
old
mean,
at all.
like,
None of us
St.
are
Louis is
old.
beating the crap out of Georgia, man.
I picked St. Louis. I picked St. Louis.
59-32 St. Louis.
My picks are not looking bad, actually.
Game 132.
My picks are not looking that bad.
59-32, man. They could 30 ball them.
Oh my god.
The only games I've gotten wrong so far, I've gotten Wisconsin High Point wrong. I got the BYU against the winner of Texas NC State wrong. And I got the game wrong with St. Mary's A&M because I picked St. Mary's. Other than that, all the other games I've gotten right. So I am right now in my bracket 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Could St. Louis beat Michigan? That would be
I'm 9-3. Do you guys know what y'all's record is right now? I'm 9.
I'm probably worse than that.
Let's see.
I'll see tourney. Look at tourney time. It's the.
I just did a regular bracket. I didn't join any like group with anybody. I just did did a random bracket on ESPN.
I did one through work.
Oh shoot! Let me log in.
I'm shocked. I'm 9-3. It's not bad. And the game I'm most shocked about is the Wisconsin one. I mean, Wisconsin has lost early before, but really, the way they played, the way that they looked all at the end of the season, they're going to lose a High Point. No, nothing against High Point, but man, that's just rough. That's terrible.
No.
Why can't I find my bracket? This website stinks.
Oh man.
Okay, thank you for logging me in, ESPN. Now let's look at my bracket. Okay. Let's see now.
Manage picks, maybe?
Let's see. Well, I mean, I was dead wrong on the Buckeyes.
You picked Ohio State?
Yeah, I thought they'd beat TCU.
I got BYU. I got BYU in South Florida and St. Mary's wrong. So I think I'm the same as you, Jeffrey.
I was dead wrong on Nebraska because I thought
you're not 9-3 as well. That's good.
That's pretty good.
Well, you picked Troy, Jackson?
Yeah, I honestly thought Nebraska would fall apart, unfortunately. Like, the expectation would be too much, but...
I mean, that's fair. That was a trendy pick. Man.
But, let's see.
I'm probably... So, yeah, I know Will sure pick VCU too, but did you pick Carolina, right, Jackson?
Let's see.
I know Austin picked Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
No, I did not. I went VCU.
Shocking. We all picked VCU.
Oh, man. I missed the... We both missed... I know, I missed the South Florida one.
I picked Louisville.
That was, whatever, man. That was bad. Jeez Louise, they're piling it on, the Billikens are.
I'm all right with that.
I don't know. I just had a gut feeling that TCU would beat Ohio State.
Yeah, I got that one right.
I just was like Jamie Dixon. Okay, don't trust Diebler and don't trust Mike White. I don't know why would people trust Mike White here? All right,
What has he done?
Trust Mike White. He got fired at Florida for not winning.
He's the college basketball equivalent of Scott Satterfield.
He's like Brad Brownell was before like 5 years ago.
Man. Yeah, it's just funny though. Like Louisville football is like ready for.
God, they're up 67-32. Dude, St. Louis is on an 18-0 run in the second half. 18-0 run. Oh my God, it's getting ugly. Man, I'm so glad I picked Georgia. Man. Oh boy.
Oh man, Georgia Bulldog goes.
Yeah, I guess I shouldn't have picked BYU. I just thought Texas or NC
State. I'm with you there, Jeffrey.
I thought Texas and NC State would have just been so trash. BYU would anyway. I thought they would. I was like, whatever.
Yeah,
man, that hurts. I feel bad on that one because like I should have known, I guess. But then at the same time, it's like I thought Texas sucked. I really did. I thought Texas was just horrible.
Man,
whatever. That one kind of stinks. The other, like, I'm not upset about Wisconsin High Point. That is what it is. And then St. Mary's A&M. I got that one on St. Mary. I thought St. Mary's do bet 50 points. They put
that was bad. That was pathetic from St. Mary's. we got duped. Yeah,
it kind of makes Santa Clara look worse.
Oh man.
And I did pick Kentucky to win.
Which
I don't like. I didn't like picking Kentucky, but I did.
I picked Santa Clara.
So if St. Mary's looking bad, it might be doomsday for Santa Clara.
Gonzaga's in a fight with Kennesaw State too.
Yeah, the WCC's not looking that good right now.
Yeah, pulling for Mrs. Santa's sister to beat Kentucky tomorrow. That's gonna be awesome.
Need a little bit of that Nash magic.
And Miami, Ohio to upset Tennessee. That would be awesome.
That would, yeah.
I think I did pick Tennessee.
I picked
in my
Tennessee.
bracket. I did. Again, I could be wrong. Like I was at BYU. Miami, Ohio. I mean, can they beat a team like Tennessee? I know they just beat SMU. I know, but Tennessee still.
I mean, SMU was without their best player, just like Carolina was.
Honestly,
yeah. And SMU, by the way, sneaky is what they just did. Because you think about it. Oh, the committee guy, and you know what I'm talking about. The committee guy sat there and he said, well, we put SMU in because they're getting their guys back. They're getting healthy.
Well, they said they lied. The SMU, I don't know. They lied about it.
I don't know. I mean, I don't like thinking the worst, man, but it kind of seems to me like they might have lied a little bit on that one and got their way in the tournament. Because then you think about it. Oklahoma, the way they were playing down the stretch, they might have beat Miami, Ohio. Quite possibly.
Hey,
not saying they would have. And it's not, again, I'm not Bruce Pearl here. I'm not anti-Miami, Ohio. I'm glad, I like I said on the show the other night, I wanted Miami, Ohio to win. I just didn't think Miami, Ohio was as good as some of the defend. Some people on Twitter were saying that Miami, Ohio was a top 15 team. And I'm like, dude, they're not. You think Miami, Ohio is a top 15 team, then you're just I don't know what you're doing. No. It's just not correct. They're a very good story. I'm glad they made the tournament, and I'm glad they got a win, but they're not a top 15. Have you seen the top 15 teams this year? This ain't a bad year for the top 15. What's been a bad year is teams like North Carolina in that 6 range. The 6 range and below has been kind of whatever, but above that, the top 4 to 5 seeds are pretty good, dude. I don't think Miami, Ohio is a top 15 team, but yeah, Oklahoma,
but they
definitely would have done better than SMU, I think.
Pulling for Miami, Ohio to whoop Tennessee's butt tomorrow. And
think about this. Texas is so good right now. Who beat Texas in the regular season? Oklahoma. SMU hadn't done. You know what SMU did down the stretch? You talk about tanking. Indiana tanked, right? They lost 6 of the last 7 games, and they only beat Minnesota, and that was it. And they lost every other game. SMU only won 1 of their last 7-8 games as well.
Jesus.
They didn't do anything. So I don't really know why SMU made it. I don't. They got healthy. Well, they fibbed. They should have told the truth and missed the tournament.
Texas money, Jeffrey. That's why.
SMU, man, dude, think about it. I mean, Miami, Ohio bullied them. Absolutely bullied them. And I understand if they were healthy, but Oh, again, committee guy said that they put them in because they thought they were going to be 100%. Yeah. Well.
Man.
Yeah. Well, it made it look worse for SMU because how rewarding was it to make that first four just to get beat by a MAC school? That makes you look really good, SMU. Really good. Might have been better to sit that one home.
Man. Like Andy Enfield's definitely happy that he's not at USC. So.
Illinois' mauling Penn. I picked Illinois to go first of all Big Ten teams. Looking at my bracket, I only did one bracket. I believe that the Big Ten team I had going the furthest was Michigan.
Bro, Illinois is a horrible matchup for us. Like, I hope we win, but
yeah, I had Illinois winning over VCU in my bracket.
Is Philip Martelli Jr. like a Nets coach on the rise where like people are calling him up? Because I mean,
it's him and Josh Church from St. Louis and Hodgson from South Florida.
Yeah, he made me laugh. I saw all over that post-game interview with Martelli Jr. He was cracking me up. He was like, "Oh man, we've been doing this all year," and I'm like, "Not against Carolina." Man.
I mean, I was worried when we I was worried that we hired a Nepo guy. Like when we got him, honestly, like I wasn't that excited. But he came through, man. Phil, he's the real deal.
I mean, it feels like it.
Well, he didn't get hired like Stephen Pearl did either. I mean, he got hired a little bit more legitimately.
Stephen Pearl's a dumbass. Tucker Harlan.
Yeah, did you see the tweet, man? You saw the tweet, didn't you? Where Auburn won that game in the NIT. Oh, Stephen Pearl with the most wins all time in a first season for an Auburn coach. And people were roasting that, man. They were roasting that. They were like, whoa, like you're actually celebrating that? It was so funny, man. I was laughing. So I didn't even comment on it because I could have just obliterated that, but I didn't. I didn't even bother with it. But I saw that the other night. They were
like, if I had seen that graphic,
you didn't see that?
No, but I should have screenshotted it. Because if I did, I will be like,
I think it's on the Auburn Basketball X page.
It is.
Still.
Yeah, I'm pulling it up right now, dude. I cannot believe you didn't see that. How did you not see that?
Because they're not even on my radar. They suck so bad.
Congrats, coach. 18 wins. Most by a first-year head coach in program history. 2.3 million people look at that. Let's look at some of the comments real quick. This is funny. I'm telling you, I was laughing so hard. Wow, that's kind of embarrassing. Not gonna lie. Good thing y'all accepted the NIT bid to fall one game short would have been terrible. I mean, think about that. They did fall one game short. I mean that. Okay.
Like Auburn winning the NIT and bragging about like we won the NIT. That's like a sixth grader bragging about beating up a bunch of first graders and kindergartners.
Hang the banner, lifetime contract. He got those guys.
Just like Auburn posting that. Posting like they suddenly claiming national championships.
Oh God.
Well, yeah, brick by brick, man. Brick by brick. Congrats on mediocrity. Oh man.
Now do the losses.
Yeah. Who runs this account? A 10-year-old.
I think a 10-year-old has more common sense than whoever's the social media intern for that account.
I told you I was reading something the other day, dude. This is so funny.
What's under the congrats guys thing? Let's see it.
I told you it was good, man. I can't believe you didn't see this. I was laughing so hard, man. This is more embarrassing than when Izzo cried about being called little brother.
Oh, yeah, but watch this. I'm about to retweet this. Hold on. Oh man.
Did his dad create this graphic post? Oh man.
Oh man, what's the X count we're looking at from
Auburn basketball? It's their official account.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, I'm about to retweet this.
Yeah, I guess I will too.
What's this? Here we go.
You know what I'm gonna put.
Oh yeah. Oh, you know what I'm gonna put, right? What's this?
Oh my gosh.
You know what I'm gonna put.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna put this pathetic.
All right, here we go. I didn't want to spoil the surprise, but here it is. Here it is, folks.
Oh yeah. Here we go.
Oh, man.
Mid.
Oh, there it is.
Oh yeah. Also got mine. So. Oh man.
Yep. Oh, the Owl House. Yep.
Yeah, this is pathetic. It's pathetic. You should never brag about beating South Alabama.
Yeah, if I was an Auburn fan, which thank goodness, thank the Lord I'm not, and I'm an Alabama fan, but if I was, I'd just have the SpongeBob go, yes, yes, yeah, like just I'm so thrilled. But no, I'm just like, Auburn, you suck. You are horrible. This is the true program of the state, man. You guys are horrible. That is pathetic. That is actually pathetic that they praising that crap, man. I can't even. I can understand. Okay, it is a record. It is an accomplishment. But the way they did that, they just made it look like it was so amazing. I mean, it's not like they won 8 games the year before. You know, I mean, literally, they're coming off a great year, and it was a downgrade. I mean, that is just so funny, dude.
Oh man, brought out a little something under your repost, good buddy, from Seinfeld. Oh man.
Yep. Yep. Dude, I use the one of Carell all the time with the facts. I do that all the time. You rhyme like facts. I mean, what else can you say? I mean, it's true. It's true, you know.
Man, oh man,
that's so funny, man. That I was laughing about that all night, dude.
That is gonna
one
be
of the dumbest things I've ever seen.
Reality of their program, bragging about going to the NIT or barely making it to the big.
Gosh.
Yeah. I can't believe I didn't look at that account last night. Like, man, like,
yeah, that was hilarious, man. I can't believe they haven't deleted it. I mean, they've kept that on there. Oh man.
Oh, Days of Freight replied.
Oh,
God. Oh man. Hey, oh man. What game you got on tonight, Will?
Kennesaw State Gonzaga is really the only close one right now.
Oh man. What's the update there? Let's check it. Oh, 42-35. Ooh.
Well, you're ahead of me, Jackson.
Yeah, I'm looking at like the ESPN thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Oh, yep, there's point number 35.
There we go.
Most of these games are not good. Closest game's Gonzaga.
Man. Oh man. What are we looking at? Dude?
Kennesaw State's definitely the better team in the state of Georgia.
Oh yeah. Oh, St. Louis is still balling Georgia. They're
78-50.
Yeah, that Illinois game's ugly.
Oh man. Oh, it's been done over with.
Just updated on mine.
Yeah. Houston defeating Idaho. Yeah, that's enough to take you to bed right there.
Yeah. I'm feeling it. Ready for some Z's, man. These games stink.
Man. Like, oh man, when is the net? Oh man. Oh, Seattle Auburn's at 5:30 on ESPN2.
Oh,
I'm gonna
Yeah, it's
laugh.
gonna have like a maximum of like 5 people
I
watching.
got that light turned off.
So you got Cal, Oklahoma State,
That's an
Wake
okay game.
Forest, Auburn as the only Power 4 team.
Dayton looks like they're trying. Dayton might win the NIT again.
There we go.
The NIT should just be a mid-major at this point, man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, might as well be.
I don't understand why so many teams turn the crown down, especially when you get paid or whatever. I mean, you know, so many teams
It's
like
because of recruiting.
it's fair, but I mean, can't you do that while you're doing that? I mean, you literally is just a
Mhm.
phone call away, man. I mean, like
I'll take a paycheck. There you go. Like I'll take a pretty like any paycheck's given me. So
and
it's
like you use the excuse like, well, look at Nebraska how they turned themselves around for winning the crown. Like you know, I don't know. I just a lot of teams because I mean, some of the teams that made the crown were definitely not on the like right on the bubble. They were way down the pecking order. There were a lot of declines.
it's like wanting to. It's like looking at Starbucks. You know, you see like a Starbucks coffee feels good, tastes good because you're drinking it, right? Well, to me, I'd want to buy a few shares of Starbucks company, which sounds better. Buying a Starbucks coffee, which feels good, but it's like $8 to $10, or buying some shares of Starbucks company.
Well, think about it. If everybody did what your plan is and didn't actually drink Starbucks, then they would go out of business and those stocks would fail. So somebody's got to buy it.
Well, there you go. So it's like, there you go.
That's hilarious.
But that's what I'd be doing. It's like, I'd be like wanting to buy stocks those places.
See, that St. Louis game's getting even uglier. They bottled up every bit of ball they had in them for this game. They didn't even care in the A10 tournament, dude.
Man, it's so bad.
I mean, hey, it's $100K NIL for all the other A10 schools too. So.
If Gonzaga loses, man, there's Santa Clara's cooked.
Well, now, or we could look at as like the last team standing in the West Coast.
Yeah, but the way I look at it is if Gonzaga loses and St. Mary's lost the way they did, then all of them are trash. That's just kind of the way I look at it. I mean, I know sometimes isn't always a direct correlation. It is one game, but I mean, it's Gonzaga. They're the standard of the conference, and you're struggling with Kennesaw State.
Yeah,
you're not struggling with a McNeese or a High Point, or it's Kennesaw State. Something against Kennesaw State, but they're not one of the best mid-majors this year. They're a 14 seed, and Gonzaga's looking kind of rough. I told you I watched them against St. Mary's in Moraga. They look like crap. To be fair, I didn't really watch a lot of Gonzaga, but they look horrible.
Think about this. Next year, let this sink in. Next year's edition of the Pac-12 in college basketball is basically like a West Coast. It's not
like
be
fun to watch.
Oh, it'll be fun, but it's like, in a way, it feels like a West Coast equivalent of the Atlantic 10, which like that's pretty good, you know. Like the Atlantic 10 of like when you had like Butler that one.
Yeah, Xavier Temple. Back when they were all good.
And VCU in there. So that's like pretty cool. And what the hell? I'll read it for the $5 super chat from Cade Diesel Freak. Remember, the following quote of what Caden said does not represent us. No worries. So he says, "I'd rather drink my ex-girlfriend's melon milk than be an Alabama or Auburn fan." Seriously. I wouldn't go that far, say that publicly, but I mean, you do you, man.
Jeez Louise, Gonzaga's bad. Gosh, they look bad, Jeffrey. You're right. How did they miss that?
We appreciate the $5 super chat, good buddy. We appreciate the $5.
It's rough. EK is 14, and that's it. Like,
gosh, Mark Few might have to go drunk driving again after this game.
I hope he does not actually do that.
No.
We do not want that to happen.
We
folks,
don't want
but
that to happen.
Will has a point.
Man.
Oh man.
Oh, they are. They're getting hammered. The Bulldogs are getting hammered. There we go. Oh man.
That was a good joke.
Oh, they're gonna be, yeah. I mean, like the Bulldogs, they're gonna be sell their Bulldog. They're gonna be sell their Bulldog skin on The Price is Right. Like
Yeah,
next
Kane
week.
would be like, "Well, Ohio State, we would have had that Gonzaga beat. Well, you didn't play Gonzaga. You played TCU and you lost to Jamie Dixon."
Oh yeah. I mean, it's like, oh man. Oh man, like this game, this like Georgia's getting their ass whipped so bad that they're going to be on a Jeopardy clue and not in a good light. That's how bad it is. That is how bad it is for the Bulldogs, and that's how sucky Mike White is at Georgia.
Dude, I told you don't trust Mike White, man.
Oh, you don't have to worry about me doing that. You good? But
I got a few games wrong, but it's surprising. Like I'm shocked that I've started out with this decent of a record.
man, Friday should look really good tomorrow. And Kevin Harlan's going to be calling a few of these games. So I just want to hear him go. I'm calling both games at some point. Where he's like, because he had something similar to that in the 2025 season where he's like, going over a highlight for one of the games and then just calling the game that he's currently calling at the same time. Like that has to happen for March Madness. If we're not going to get any more games of Dick Vitale, Charles Barkley calling games, then at least give us I'm calling both games moment from Kevin Harlan. Give us that.
Will, did you see the posts that people were doing of the fake conversations between Dickie V, Barkley, and that other guy, Brian Anderson or whatever? Did you see a couple of those? Some of those were hilarious, man. Did you see any of those, Jackson?
I don't think I did.
It would be like people were posting on X. They were like, "Oh, Barkley was just saying some random stuff about how bad college sports are now," and then Dickie V is talking about something random, and then Brian Anderson's Texas by 5. It was just people were just coming up with, because that's basically like satirizing what was actually happening during the broadcast. It's like literally Barkley was not even talking about the game at all, dude. I mean, it reminded me, even though they weren't talking about the same stuff, like Bill Walton would just rest in peace. He would crack me up so hard on those Pac-12 games. I would be barely awake at 1 a.m, dude, and I'm watching it.
And him and Dave Pash would be arguing about something. He would just be
talking about cactuses or just something random or whatever, hitting him in the head with a feather duster to hit Dave Pash in the head and all this kind of crap. He put peanut butter on the lens cap one time of the camera. I'm like, what is it? He's keeping me awake. What is he doing? Yeah, Bill Walton, man. It's so
Oh,
funny.
man, it's like the private parts, baby, where it's the people that love watching Howard Stern, they're like, I want to see what he has to say next. But the people that hate him really want to watch him. And the guy that's wanting to get the report is like, well, if they hate him, why do they want to watch him? Well, the common response is, I want to see what he has to say next.
Here's part 2, Jackson. Part 2 of having to read
another $5 super chat from Kate the Diesel Fruit where he says, hell, I'd rather drink her melon milk than be a Notre Dame or Louisville fan. Okay, but we appreciate the $5 super chat.
Well, I'm happy I'm not working at Chick-fil-A. I'm happy I have a real job. So.
Oh man. Man. Oh man. But we'll go ahead and get the show back the door for a little bit, as we'd like to tell you about how the 76th edition of the Alabama Crimson Tide Live College Show is presented by FanDuel. We can get top-notch predictions in the world of college basketball, men's and women's, and the world of college football, and the world of Major League Baseball. And gentlemen, oh man, come on. No, hold on. We got to show the opening day game that's out on Netflix, which decided it's a good idea to have Bert Kreischer be a contributor on there. But, oh well. But the Yankees Giants is always a classic right there. Wednesday at 8:05 p.m. Eastern Time, 7:05 p.m. Central Time. The Yankees and the Giants to start off opening day, and it's on Netflix. And, Will, I got a question for you.
Yes, Mr. Jackson Johnson.
Who would you pick between the Yankees and the Giants?
I'd probably give it to the Yanks. I mean, especially if Garrett Cole's back, man. Garrett Cole's elite.
Oh,
with Aaron Judge, yeah.
Oh, here we go. Jeffrey, what do you think about the Yanks Giants? You can take any guess you want, man.
Yeah, I would lean Yankees.
I'll take my chances and go with the Giants.
All right.
They're like, what have you got to lose? It's opening day, not the final game of the Major League Baseball season, the first game of the 2026 Major League Baseball season. So that's our picks on opening day for the 2026 season opener for Major League Baseball. Now we kind of get to the score predictions of Alabama Hofstra. And chat, feel free to put in your predictions. What are your predictions for Alabama Hofstra? Who wins?
This is about as different a culture as you can get. Alabama and Hofstra out of Long Island.
Yeah. Ooh. I was reading about Hofstra earlier when we were talking to Godfather, and they're a private school on basically Long Island, between like in the middle of Long Island and New York City. So yeah, definitely a big difference.
Oof. Well, for me, I think I'm going with Alabama in a 71-58 fashion.
I would be shocked if Alabama only gave up 58 points. I had my score. I don't remember. I don't want to put a score down because I don't remember what I said the other night. But I had Alabama, I think, win by like 7. So like 78, 71. I don't know, just something in that neighborhood.
87-79.
Oh, there we go. Oh, here we go. I don't even think I want to answer this $2 super chat. Nah, you know what? I will. Cade Diesel Free says, check your feed for the uncensored comment. Well, we appreciate $2 super chat, but kind of like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, that one might not be safe for the there. I don't know.
Yeah, well, all the children are in bed, so it's like we're good there. But oh man. But before we sign off for the night, we would just like to tell you about how, those of you that are coming in, checking out Alabama Crimson Tide Live or the Alabama Call-In Show, or just see whatever running gads are going on, and you can't be able to watch it on YouTube, you can always check us out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon, and iHeartRadio for more top-notch takes in the world of Alabama at the Voice of College Football from Trevion, Jeffrey, and myself. And you can always get top-notch calls from Will and D and Austin Williams, Godfather at SEC. And you're always going to get some hilarious calls from Caden the Diesel Freak every week, all right here on Alabama with the Voice of College Football. And you can also check out the Voice of College Football Eds account where you can get top-notch takes discussing the world of discussion, debate, analysis with no off-season, all right here. And let's get it over to 10,000 followers. Well, gentlemen, I'll go ahead and start with Will and Jeffrey to kind of close out tonight. What magic have y'all got cooking this week?
Well, you can check out the show I did with these two fine gentlemen and Matt Semick. We did a fun preview.
Yeah, that was a ton of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I think that was like, so many great takes, from Matt, and hopefully our takes don't completely age bad. I think so far today we're doing pretty good. Me and you, Will, record's not bad, but tomorrow it could all nosedive. So we'll see. But definitely, yeah, that was fun. I'm sure we'll have more live streams coming up, next week or beyond. We'll see what's going on with March Madness, and got the UFL coming up. If anybody cares about the UFL,
I might go to a game. It'll be fun.
Got the UFL. Yeah, I mean, like got some new teams in there. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, definitely I'll have more content as well. Try to I'm going to do a play-by-play to meet the goal with Kate. I'm going to find a way to fit in a play-by-play, but definitely couldn't make that happen today, but we'll definitely try to fit that in. But definitely appreciate it if you guys, check out my channel, Only Talk Sports. Also check out Will's channel as well, Will and D. Check out Jackson's channel. Also, definitely we've got content coming down the pipe for you guys. And also follow me on X. And again, most importantly, subscribe to Alabama, the voice of college football. Getting closer to 3,500 subs. We appreciate all the support. And again, you guys make the show what it is. We appreciate it.
Oh, here we go. Here we got Godfather rounding us out with a roll tide before we head out for the night, man.
Who's going to do it? Light it up, Jackson. Go for it.
1, 2, 3. Like, comment, subscribe, click on the notification bell so you never miss another video or another episode whatsoever. Everybody will see y'all soon. And roll! And go Irish for real, for Will, and go Rams for Will. And we will catch y'all Monday night.
Still go Heels, but